All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Nonprofit Enthusiasts Live. I'm your host, Lashina Williams, and I am so thrilled to be here with you today. Before we get started, I just want to take a moment and thank our sponsor. Thank you to Roots Art Store for sponsoring this month's lives. If you're looking for personalized jewelry to show your loved one appreciation, be sure to check them out. All right. Thank you once again for joining us, and let's get started. So, in case you missed it, this entire month we've been talking about marketing and public relations. So, if you missed any of those lives, make sure that you check those out. Go into our guide sections, and it'll be under communication where you can check our past lives in this area out. One of the things that we announced was our special giveaway of the month. So we're excited to announce our incredible giveaway for this month, sponsored by Roots Art Store and Nonprofit Enthusiasts. As a part of participating in the giveaway, you will get a chance to win a Roots Art Store bracelet that says Give Back, along with a $50 gift card for Amazon, Walmart, or Starbucks, any one of your choice. So you definitely want to participate, and we're going to drop the link for that and the information in case you missed it in the chat box. So here are the rules for the giveaway. What you'll do is go to the post that we're dropping into the chat box, type I'm in, and then by June 23rd, time is running out. You're going to record a 30-second video pitch about your nonprofit organization, highlighting the amazing work that you do. And the cool thing about this 30-minute pitch, although you're going to be entering it into this competition or this giveaway, I should say, it's not a competition. We collaborate, we don't compete. In case you once you participate, you're able to use the same video to post it on your social media, your personal pages, your nonprofit pages. So it's not just for this and this giveaway, but you can use it for so much more. So then you're going to post your video once you create it inside the group where other fellow members can watch it and appreciate your efforts. And then you're going to go and support at least 5 other videos that's been dropped in the group. The winner will be announced during our final live of the month, so you definitely don't want to miss it. And we look forward to seeing the different pitches that you all come up with. So, in case you missed we had a segment at the beginning of the month that reviewed some tips for developing your pitch. If you need help with that, make sure you check that video out. And then what I'm going to do really quick in case you missed that session is share my quick video pitch that I shared during that live. So check this out. Pitch. So I had an actual real life elevator pitch I had to give where someone was coming from another floor. We end up meeting each other on the second floor for me to get on so we could go to the first floor. So I didn't have 30 seconds to give my pitch, and they asked, "Oh, what do you do?" So here goes. Hi, my name is Lashina Williams, and I am a nonprofit enthusiast. I love all things nonprofit, and Nonprofit Enthusiast is a premier consulting firm matching nonprofits' passion with structure. What about you? And I always like to learn also about that person. Don't just stop at my elevator pitch. I like to ask, what do you do? Get their 15-second elevator pitch. And then from there, try to find our connection that quick. And in this situation, the connection that I found was amazing. One, I found out that they're a representative in our area, which was awesome. So we exchanged cards. And then also, I was able to find out that someone that he knows very well works with a company that our nonprofit has benefited from within the same year. So elevator pitches are real. I've seen it happen plenty of times. That's just one story. I had this happen in another building. So you definitely want to make sure that your pitch is crafted, well put together, so that whether it's 15, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, whatever you have, you're ready. There it is. So make sure that you have your elevator pitch ready. And some tips have been thrown out. So you definitely want to check the past lives out. One of them is write down your pitch. Practice your pitch so that way you can craft it and take out the areas that you don't need so you can get it down to 30 seconds. We know that, 30, 15, 30 seconds, that goes by really, really quick for you to have to get your message across. So definitely look forward to seeing your videos. It's not too late to participate. Matter of fact, your homework today is once you're done with this, watching the live, go ahead and just pull that camera out and video yourself giving your pitch and drop it in the group. Is that easy, right? Hopefully. All right. So today, what I want to talk about is some strategies and tactics that you can use to help build awareness about your organization when it comes to the areas of marketing and public relations. And we know the importance as nonprofits of doing this is so that we can raise awareness about our organization, engage supporters within our organization, and attract donors. And that's a conversation you'll hear across some of the lives. Sometimes we think of um, fundraising, donor management, all of that as its own thing, which we know that it does have resource development. It has its own strategy in itself, but it does connect back. You'll notice a lot of those strategies do connect to marketing, being able to get the word out, and how you do it will vary. So I want to give you some ideas of some areas to consider when strategizing and coming up with tactics to raise awareness about your organization. So one is storytelling. So highlighting the impactful stories of individuals in your community, showing the impact of what your organization is doing. And part of that storytelling is sharing not only just the numbers, the quantitative, but also sharing the qualitative, the pull on the heartstrings, right? Because you do have different viewers. There's those that they want to know the data behind it, how the numbers behind your impact, and there's those that want to hear the real life stories from those you've benefited from. So I'm a little bit of both. I love the numbers and I love the hearing the real life story. The real life story just tugs on my heartstrings, and the quantitative number just reinforces the impact that you all are having. So storytelling is a great way, strategy and tactic to use. Another one is, we all know 'cause we're here, is social media marketing, which we'll talk a little bit more about throughout the month. Utilizing platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn to engage your audiences, share updates on what's going on with your organization, and promote events and campaigns. Social media can be such a really good tool for your organization. And it's just a matter of kind of finding out what works best. Like for some organizations, let's say if you're a youth-based organization, you might find in addition to Facebook, Instagram, we need to be on TikTok, right? To reach your audience, the clientele that you need. So, and then for others, it might be like, no, we're more focused on another population that's more on, let's say, the Facebook area. Because I didn't know that a lot of teens and so forth don't use Facebook as much as let's say my generation does. So knowing that also makes a difference when you're coming up with where your organization is and how you strategize, how you say what you want to say, the message across, depending on the audience, your target audience. But this is a topic we're definitely going to talk more about when it comes to social media marketing. So that's just another one. Um, Another is content marketing. So we see this all the time, where we see there's individuals posting their podcasts, their ebooks, their blog posts. Us as nonprofits, we can do the same, and it's a good thing to do the same. Something like a blog post, which I'll talk a little bit more about later, that can help with when it comes to SEOs and ranking your website. So putting out blogs, and you don't always have to be, meaning you, the whoever's tuning in, you don't have to be the only writer of these things. Get your team involved, get your volunteer involved with writing blogs, or if it's hosting podcasts, you can do that so that you can continue to position your nonprofit as the thought leader and subject matter expert when it comes to whatever your mission is. So it's really good to look into content marketing as an option. Influencer partnerships, we see it all the time where nonprofits, especially nationally affiliated nonprofits, will partner up with um, a influencer in the area to help align their causes to amplify the message of a nonprofit. So that's something that you can definitely do. And I'm just thinking of one. I know, like let's say Boys and Girls Club of America, you'll hear campaigns around, like let's say Denzel Washington, Jennifer Lopez, who are alumni of who attended the programs and are able to speak to it, so they are able to align brands and their belief in what the organization does for youth, and in order to reach a wider audience. That's just the example, and there's so many other examples I'm sure you can think of, and feel free to drop them in the chat box of those that you think of when it comes to influencer partnerships where they're able to align their causes and whether it's personal mission or company missions together to be able to amplify the voice and the impact to reach a wider audience. So drop that in there, if you can think of some off the top of your head. Cause related marketing is something that you see a lot where businesses and brands will come together and a portion of their sales will support a nonprofit. There are a lot of companies have a line for marketing and are able to use some of those funds for cause related marketing. So, like for our organization, we had a series of events where a company had their staff host different athons, you could say. You know how there's Zumbathon and all these different athons. So with that, what ends up happening is our organization, and you've probably also seen it, like with let's say the Chipotle's and different restaurants that will also do these as well. And what happens at the nonprofit, you're promoting because you want to get a percentage of these sales, or you want to be able to have a higher pool of donations that come in. So you're promoting through your marketing channels and the company's doing the same, so you're both coming together, doing cause related marketing to get the word out about your mission of your organization while also being able to bring in funds for your organization. So that's another way of kind of or strategy to get the word out about what you're doing, the amazing things that you're doing. Email marketing is also good, and one of the things that we when it comes to like email marketing and what the other like mail marketing, I know some of these different marketing tactics we kind of gave up on, um because we have much faster like social media, you click and it's there. But don't give up on these marketing channels. So email marketing is a really good way to build your supporter list. There are still people like me who, whenever I check my emails and I see a newsletter from an organization, I am there reading down because I want to know the updates. I want to know what's going on, because sometimes it gets lost in the social media timeline. But this is, it's in my emails and I'm sitting down and I'm at the point. And normally when I'm checking my emails, I'm at a point where I can relax and kind of check through and see how's everything going. So don't give up on email marketing. And in there, you can do different newsletters, giving updates about what events you have coming up for your organization. What are some of your achievements? You can put some of those stories in there. What's some opportunities for others to get involved? So definitely, email marketing can be a good one. And then you have to gauge, because I know organizations where they send out a newsletter every month or every other week, and that works, and that's great for their audience. But I know others, when they do that, where the subscribers start to unfollow because it's too much for them. So you have to kind of gauge your audience and what age group you're working with and all of that. That's on your list to kind of determine what works best. Another one is community events, going out in the community, participating in events that aligns with your mission, whether it's workshops, if there's different fundraisers, and this helps build your relationship with the local community and also create opportunity for media coverage. So not only if it's you participating in other events, but also hosting your own events can also bring awareness. So let's say you have a unique event that you do I'm thinking of this event where we invited youth to come out, and it was a series of workshops. It was always me, where it focused on the youth themselves, gave them a series of workshops, and then while the workshops is happening, there's a rotation of makeup artists, hairstylists, barbers on site, just giving, doing, they're having a self-care day in the midst of it all. And at the end, there's a whole runway event. So event like that, we would definitely, send press releases out to get captured. So that's just an idea when it comes to community events. And that takes me to the next one, press releases. So issuing press releases to announce significant milestones, news initiatives, or partnerships. And if you missed our session this month when we spoke with Jalen around public relations, he talked about what are some good um, and not only just the last one, you'll see some if you go into the guides and communication section when he came on before as well. He talked about some good tactics around press releases, what time to send your press releases out, what type of initiative do you want to send out that would be newsworthy. So definitely check those out. Website optimization for our organization. I'm just now learning the importance of this because our audience have grown to corporations that come in and visit our city. So as a result of that, our team went in and revamped the wording and language on the site so that it can higher our ranks and increase our SEO so that when corporations come in, it's just a simple search, for what they're looking for, nonprofit, give back, or any of those type of keywords that we have written in there. And then they can find us to be able to work through our fee for service program that we have. So website optimization is absolutely important, and it kind of goes back the same thing that we're integrating is blogs as well to keep our to keep us ranked. So I'm not sure, according to our web and communications team. All right. So definitely website optimization, looking at your website. And another thing is when it comes to website, you want to make sure that you have clear messaging. Take a look at your website and encourage others to look to see if they understand exactly what you do, how you do it. Does your website answer those questions? You want it to be clean, user friendly. You don't want someone to come to your page and we're hunting for where's the donate button, or a lot of those frequently used areas take a lot of clicks. And I know even through the process when we were revamping our website, that's a lot of things we were looking for is on the homepage, can they get directly to our programs, how we where we want them to be, and can they get there easy without a like one click to learn more about all the programs, then another click to learn about here's the programs laid out, and then another click to focus on just one, like trying to minimize the amount of clicks and the experience. And there's so much other things that we could talk about when it comes to website optimization and being able to know how your viewers or those that come to your website interact with your website. So that's one. All right, so I got a few more. I know I shared a lot. Geez. All right. So volunteer engagement is another amazing strategy. There is value in word of mouth marketing. So volunteer engagement can be a wonderful strategy, making sure that they have a positive experience so that they are going out and attracting more supporters to come in. So don't, overlook the volunteer engagement experience. And part of that is looking at your volunteer engagement process. When volunteers come in, what does that look like? How simplified and easy is that process? And then also when they're starting their volunteer with your organization, what does that look like? Is it a good experience? How are you surveying and checking in on how they feel? How are you appreciating them? So making sure that your volunteer process is smooth, and that in itself can be a strategy when it comes to marketing and public relations, because word of mouth marketing is an amazing marketing. I know for myself, a lot of times when looking for services or products, if someone tells me, and if someone that is really reputable to me tells me, hey, go here, I don't do any more research. It's kind of like, okay, I'm going there and that's what I'm going to purchase. So, and my mind's are normally already made up before I made it there. In combination with the word of mouth, I may have went to the website and saw, oh, they look really professional, really clean. Oh yeah, this is where I want to go. So it's the same thing for us as nonprofits. Impact reports, I talk about this and I'm gonna keep talking about it. Having an annual or quarterly reports or both showcasing the outcomes, the impact of your nonprofit work. And we've talked about this on past lives. If you are, and this is a good time, and I guess this ties in with last month's theme of year-end planning and this month's theme of marketing and public relations. Um, if your organization does not do an annual report, check out our past lives in the guide section on this. And you could just type in the search annual report and you'll see some past tips along with videos related to it. Um, but if your organization does not have one, consider having one, even if you start small with the one pager and then grow it. Consider having it because having an annual report, quarterly report helps build transparency and trust amongst your supporters, your stakeholders, your donors. So it's definitely something. And when I say annual report, quarterly report, I'm not talking about the tax reports. I have to remember to say that. I'm talking about more of the narrative and the story behind what you've done over your organization's done over the year, um, and keeping an update on the impact that your nonprofit is having. I always like to say it. If you're going to do a combination of both, the cool thing is if you do a quarterly report, let's say you release them in your as in the form of a newsletter, and you also pull content from that for your social media. At the end of the year, you just combine all of your quarterly reports together to help, and then consolidate it if you choose to help create your annual report. So that's like a two for one. So just a little suggestion if you are doing both quarterly and annual reports. Collaborative campaigns. We talked a little bit about this. Having campaigns with other organizations on about a shared cause can be another way to expand your reach. So I know I shared quite a few, so I'm just gonna go over it really quick. So here are some strategies and tactics when it comes to marketing and public relation for your organization. We have storytelling, social media marketing, content marketing, influencer partnership, cause related marketing, email marketing, community events, press release, web optimization, volunteer engagement, impact reports, collaborative campaigns. So that those are just a few ideas of strategies and tactics that you can use within your organization to help expand the word about what you all are doing. All right, everyone. So before I head out today, once again, I want to remind you, and we will drop this information into the chat box. So homework for this, homework as a whole is participating in our 30-second pitch giveaway. So we will drop the instructions again in the chat box on how you can participate in that. And I talked about it. If you're on replay and just came in the middle, you can go back earlier into the conversation. I talked a little bit more about this giveaway, but make sure that you check it out. We want to see plenty of videos coming in and cannot wait to check out your video. And if you like the information that you're hearing in the group, please take a moment. Just take one quick moment, go up to the top of the group, click invite, and invite a few friends into the group that you know should be tuning in and hearing some of the tips related to growing and taking your nonprofit to the next level. So before I head out, once again, I want to say a special thank you to this month's sponsor, Roots Art Store. If you're looking for personalized jewelry to show your loved ones appreciation, be sure to check them out and we'll drop the link in the chat box. Other than that, thank you all so much for your support, and we hope you continue to enjoy Nonprofit Enthusiast Live, and we will see you next week.